being here with the number one talk news and sports station. Every Tuesday at this time, we bring to you the Women Political Platform, and this is the 29th edition. A weekly robust platform that aims to facilitate conversation around women political participation ahead of 2019, which is just by the corner, by the way. Anyways, today's episode will focus on women's movement and 2019 general election, and it is reaching you from 95.1 Nigeria Info. Now, the Center for Democracy, CDD, with support from Ford Foundation, initiated this platform as a way of engaging Nigeria on national discourse, topical issues, and to also serve as an advocacy mechanism for inclusion of women in politics, and of course for the implementation of the 35% affirmative action. As the discussion progresses, you can join on the discussion and be a part of it by calling our phone lines on 0946000951 and 0803-1230293. On Twitter, the conversation continues, never stops, so you can always join the conversation on the Center for Democracy and Development Twitter handle, which is at CDD West Africa, using the hashtag #ChangeWomenWant. Today I am joined again by Mrs. Charity Anaja. She has joined us before. She is the Programs Officer, Women in Politics Forum member for the Women for Women movement. And like we know, women's movement have driven global and national action on gender equality in countries and in localities. Advocates often have the greatest understanding of the deficiencies that women and girls face and essential knowledge of how to advance their rights. Now, in pushing for change and accountability, they develop leadership skills, and some use this in turn to enter and transform political arenas. So what is the Women for Women movement hoping to achieve? Can this advance women's participation in politics and by extension increase the number of women in political position in 2019 election? Well, these are some of the questions I'll be asking my guests, and like I introduced her, once again, she is Charity Anaja, Program Officer, Women in Politics Forum, and member for the Women for Women Development. Good morning to you, Mrs. Charity. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start by you telling me more about the Women for Women, he for she movement, and what your movement is up to as at this time.
Thank you very much once again for having me here. I remember I was here a few weeks ago. By way of definition, the Women for Women movement is a gender-focused movement of persons who adhere to the principles of non-partisanship, are apolitical, non-cultural, non-religious, and non-sectarian, but linked to different organizations, individual groups, and bodies, virtually and physically interacting to build a Nigeria where women and girls count. So what we hope to achieve as a movement is to move from the conversations we have had in times past of talking about gender inequality, the challenges of women, providing solutions verbally and not moving into action. So this is an action-based movement or group, if in any way you see it, that tends to bring the issues of women and girls to the front burner. We do not want to sit back and let things happen. We want to be part of the change we intend to see. We want to be part of the narrative we want changed. We want to be part of raising our voices and strengthening our arguments to ensure that women are given their rightful place in the society and in the scheme of things.
All right, interesting thing you have there. But clearly, what is the objective, missions, or vision of this particular movement?
The vision of Women for Women is to birth a different but better Nigeria, where the issues of women and girls count. A society where women and girls are fully recognized, where their rights are accorded to them, where they enjoy equal rights and opportunities with men, where they can achieve their full potentials and are included in all the facets of national and community life. That is our vision.
Okay, that's your vision, your mission, and of course
objectives.
Okay, so tell us about the National Day of Action for Women in Nigeria.
Wow, our much awaited rally, which is coming up on the 10th of May, is intended to launch the movement in full. We have always had meetings and consultations, but on that day we intend to launch it to the public that we are here and we are here to stay, and to deliver the Charter of Demands, which will be a compilation of crucial needs of women and the girl child. We need to take our rightful place as a nation so that we can ensure that the rights and opportunities for all, including men and women, are brought to bear. So that rally is just a day to launch out and to equally present our Charter of Demands, which is a 10-point objective.
Interesting. When is that going to take place?
On the 10th of May, we will have a walk for progress, because you understand that our motto for women this year is press for progress.
Oh, wow.
So on that day, we are working for progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but as a woman, why should I participate in this rally? What is it? What's in for me? If I want to personalize it now, I'm sure that would be a question that every other woman will be asking outside. What's in it for me, and why should I, as a woman, participate?
Well, just by as I earlier defined, Women for Women breaks the walls of factionalization among women. You will agree with me that in time past, we have been sectionalized. You find that you have religious sects, class sects, political sects, and all that. And these sects have, really, really impeded on the voices of women being heard. So in this movement, we are trying to we intend to break down those walls that have divided us hitherto, so that we can have stronger voices and louder arguments. Every issue of women, from governance to politics to health to security to girl child education, everything that a woman's life entails and has worked against women, are issues we are bringing to bear. And you will agree with me as a woman that you can identify with one or the other of these issues. So women are coming together. Everyone has a role to play. Everyone has a place to be. Everyone is included in this campaign, so that we can make society have inclusion of women and be responsive to women as a gender.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting, and I'm sure women listening out there should get excited about this and get all prepared. Now, specifically, what is the benefit of your movement to increasing women political participation in Nigeria?
The benefit of being part of this movement is that we will be talking with one voice, meaning that we are breaking down the walls of, just as I said, we are breaking down the divisive walls. So every woman has a part to play, and every woman will be benefiting, because we will be talking for us to be included in governance, for us to be included in the legislative framework, for us to be included in policy, in representation, in budget, and to be beneficiaries of whatever it is that speaks to the gains of our country. So as a woman, if there's a body you can always identify with, that that in spite of who I am, whether I'm in the rural or urban area, whether I'm a Christian or Muslim, whether I'm in any political party, this is a one-stop place where my issues can be well addressed, where I can run to, and I know that I am safe and all that. Then why shouldn't I join this movement? So there's a lot to benefit by being part of this campaign.
Interesting. Well, we've been talking with Charity Anaja, who is a program officer, Women in Politics Forum, member of the Women for Women movement. But like this, this day that we're gearing for, that we're all preparing for and talking about, is it just a strictly women thing? Because I know you work for Women and He for She. So basically you welcome men too.
Yes.
So can the men also join in?
Can there be a women campaign without the men?
Interesting question.
Our men are our implementing partners.
Yes.
Our men are our brothers.
Okay.
And there's nothing we can do without the men. And if we are advocates for inclusion, why shouldn't our men be included? Our success story will not be complete or cannot be achieved without including the men.
Okay.
We have so many men that are very supportive of this cause, that are very, very, very passionate, even more than the women. And so those people too will be lending their voices to ensure that the rights of women are brought to bear and achieved in our country.
Interesting.
Yes.
So, it's time to get you on board. If you're a woman, you want to ask questions, you want to know how you can be a part of this. When did you say it's going to take place again?
Tomorrow, next tomorrow.
Okay, the day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
That is,
the day after tomorrow, 10th of May.
Okay, 10th of May. So
Yes.
all get set, women and men, the he for she's, will get ready because it's going to be a massive one, a big one. But basically, let's have your contributions today on this discussion on women political platform. Our focus has been on the women's movement and 2019 general elections, and you heard Charity explain how we all can get involved as women and men and to push for women political participation, which is very key and important come 2019. 0946 951 and 0803 123 0293. I know I asked you sometimes back like how women can get to join in this particular movement in case they're interested. So maybe before the calls start coming in, you might also want to tell us how women can join and be a part of this group.
Okay. It's worthy of note that Women for Women is not just an Abuja-based move. It cuts across the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. And we have a page on Facebook, Women for Women movement. And we have our secretariats in all the states. But for convenience, you can add, there's a Telegraph handle that women can join, and there's the Facebook page that women can subscribe to. By the time our rally is done and we are fully on ground, we can now have a very formal and a uniform way in which every woman, it doesn't matter who you are, you can be a market woman, you can be in the organized informal sector, you can be a career or professional woman. Every woman is welcome. Every woman has a place. We do not discriminate on the grounds of class or whatever. Every woman is welcome to join. Yes.
So every woman is welcome to join. No discrimination, and I'm sure you want to be in a place where you feel accepted, where there are no lines or anything that acts as a sort of dichotomy, between one class to the other. So your contributions, we expect to hear from women, from men who believe in women political participation and are out for it come 2019. Please call us 0946000951 and 0803 1230293 or 08095974869. It's a women political platform. We bring to you this every Tuesday at this time, from 9:30 down to 10 a.m. where we get to discuss issues surrounding women participation and see how we can press for the 35% affirmative action, which is a quota system that is being practiced in other developed climes, and we hope to follow suit in order to ensure that there is a proper balance in the scheme of things. Hello? Hello? Okay, we seem to have a problem with that line. Please call us back. Let's hear your thoughts. Still, the numbers remain the same. They haven't changed. We want to hear from the women and also the men. Call us and let's have your own thoughts. But I don't know. Basically, you said it's going to be May 10th. So it's barely 2 days before this walk. I mean, what are we expecting to see on this particular day? Apart from the walk and, what other line of activities do you have?
There's going to be a lot of activities.
And it's going to be a convergence of women from all over Nigeria, right?
It's going to be a beautiful day. I can envisage an event that would be trailblazing, What beyond the walk, there's going to be an awareness creation. And just as I told you, we will be presenting our Charter of Demands.
Okay, so we'll continue afterwards. Let's see who's here. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Tuesday.
Okay, let's hear you.
But the way I'm looking at the election this year, I'm not sure that in the midst of the killing of people every day and night, the election can go to 2019. Why the president cannot do anything about it?
Okay.
Because all around the state, killing. How the election can hold?
Okay. Do you know what we're talking about this morning?
Huh?
Are you listening? Have you been following our program?
Yes.
We're talking about women participation.
And that's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so you don't think that with the way the country is, the 2019 elections will hold?
I don't think it. I'm thinking that I'm not sure about that because the way the rate of killing is too much, it's rampant everywhere.
Okay.
So which women will come and say want to vote? Or which women will come and say want to participate in the election? The killing is everywhere. But they cannot do anything about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a valid concern that he has raised, though.
Yes.
The present situation in the country, security-wise, is not so encouraging, and so, you wonder. I mean, we have a word on Marble here that I think Reverend Father Kuka said something about stay alive. Try as much as you can to stay alive.
Yes.
So, and you find that women are the ones who go out all the time to vote.
Yes.
Their sons go out and are used as missionaries here and there. So basically, one might think he's talking out of point, but he's
not.
He's raised a really valid point.
The point he has raised is apt. But surprisingly, women have a role to play here. If the Women for Women movement is launched, we are the voice that will speak to peace in our nation.
Okay.
Women are natural peacemakers. If there's a lot of issue that is bringing about war and violent conflict, women and Women for Women will raise our voices. Mothers are in tears. We will now begin to speak to the stakeholders of peace and security. And I want to assure us that when women are brought into the peace negotiating tables, are brought into areas where they can lend their voices for peace in our nation, the elections will hold. And it will not just hold, it will be peaceful, it will be fair, it will be credible, and it will be transparent.
Okay.
If women are brought into the picture.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that, women are going to speak to the peace, and indeed, we know that women play a very vital role. They are calming. Women normally bring calm to the situation. I mean, peacemakers, bridge builders, and all of that.
Yes.
Very, very important. So, yeah, before that call, you were also making a point about, what were we talking about?
We're making a point
yes,
about the rally.
Yeah, the
that
rally.
is it just going to be a walk? No. As much as the walk is very significant to us, we are going to also, just as I said, present our charter of demands. What are these charter? What is included in this charter is a 10-point objective of what women desire to happen for them from now. And it is not just tied to the elections alone. It's tied to governance. It's tied to policy. It's tied to budget.
Yeah.
And yes, politics, yes, but then it is not just the elections that will ensure that these things are implemented. So what are we talking about? We want to see how the government structure can be inclusive and responsive to women. We want to see how the institutions can be inclusive and responsive to women. We want to see how the legal or legislative framework can be inclusive and responsive to women. The economy, what happens to women? The organized informal sector, the trade unions, how is it responsive and inclusive of women? So those are the areas and many more. You will agree with me that in the rural areas we have over 50%, 15 million of our girls, 50% of 15 million of our adolescent girls are living in the rural areas below poverty level. What do we intend to do to these girls? A growing population, but nothing is being done. Flat GDP. What is happening? Do we just sit back and relax and watch life happen to us? So these are the things we want to do, to raise our voices and to come up with an action plan to ensure that our women are represented in every sector of our nation, so that we do not be at the receiving end anymore.
Okay. Very, very passionate. The Charity and Naja talking about women and women participation. Of course, using the platform Women for Women, He for She. Well, I don't know if you still have more thoughts. You can send them in. You can send us a message on WhatsApp before our time elapses here in the studio on the Women Political Platform. Let's see. Okay, no, this is not for me. This is a totally different message. Okay, so send your messages to the WhatsApp portal on 0809 9930 137 and 0803 123 0293. That is our number through which you can call. But well, in the absence of so much calls today, I mean, what would be your final words before you go, towards this that we're planning, and then general women political participation? I mean, I know most times women dare to go through terrains that have hitherto, been tagged forbidden by society. What would be your final words, by way of encouraging women to come out, especially towards 2019, as it is fast approaching? It's barely 200 and something days before then. Many people think it's still far, but it is quite close.
It's
more
close.
than
Well,
imagine.
for women movement,
Yes.
I want to speak to our women, that my mothers, my sisters, my daughters, I want us all to be part of this drive, because I see it as something that is so bright that burns my eyes. By the time women with a population of over half of 180 million Nigerians come out, harmonize our voices, make our arguments louder and stronger, we'll find out that things will begin to work for us on a rewarding note. And for women's participation, I want to talk to our women. Do not be deterred. The path to the throne is scattered with thorns, but then nothing stops us. Be part of a political party. You can grow your political party. You can contest for an election. You can be part of the electorate. You can take your PVC. We are appealing to all women. Go and get registered. Have your PVC. Your PVC is your voice. Your PVC is your meal ticket. And by the time you have that, you find that even one vote can make a great difference in the lives of our women, in the lives of our mothers, and in the lives of our daughters.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Great words by way of parting shot from Charity Anaja, Programs Officer, Women in Politics Forum, member for Women, he for she. And our focus today has been the women's movement and 2019 general elections. Let us take the bull by the horn. Don't sit down at home and say, well, this is where my place is. No, you have a far greater role to play in society. We have to make things better in society. Thank you so much for coming over on this edition of Women Political Platform.
Thank you
Next
very
week,
much.
Tuesday, will be another time to talk about issues regarding women and women political participation. And by this, we come to the end of the program, and by implication, Morning Crossfire. Thank you for participating. Please join me tomorrow at 5 a.m. I'll come aboard and would have so much to talk about. God bless you. My name is Swat, and I'll see you.